Hi everyone and welcome to Dodo Bird Drawing. In today's Drawing an Extinct Animal video, I'm going to be drawing some Irish elk. So without any further ado, let's roll the intro and let's get started. Okay, so I have my reference images all ready to scroll through and I'm starting with the basic sketch. So I start off with the back leg and continue on. This is a lot faster than normal because I'm actually drawing 2 Irish elk instead of just 1, so I sped it up to 8 times instead of 4 times because of this. So after getting the back and the stomach and belly all in, I do the front leg, though admittedly forgetting to do the front leg that's in the background, so I get that later on. Add in the head and like a little lump on the neck, because that seemed to be shown in one of my reference images. And then I do some smoothing out work, and yeah, I'll do some smoothing out work there and add in a tail. At this point, I decide that I'm going to add a female Irish elk as well to the foreground of the drawing, and so I draw it in through there. However, there comes a point where I realize that unlike my Heath Hen drawing, it's probably not going to work out so well, so I temporarily decide to cut it, but I add it back in later. After drawing in the antlers and the ear, I believe I move on to, I do a bit more defining work on the ear, and I start off with coloring in the Irish elk with a nice tan color. All through there, and up through there, and then through there, all through there, up through there, and through there, and I add in a tan, a different shade of tan for the face, because that seemed to be what the reference images, at least one of them had. And then I add in a brown mark, kind of artistic license, but also kind of referencing the marks that one of my reference images had, in a sense, kind of, but yeah, similar designs on both of them. I add color in the ear, do my normal electric blue eye, and add in the nose and little mouth thing. After that, I begin coloring in the antlers. I don't know why I said mouth thing. It's just a mouth. Um, so I color in the antlers like so. I'm not used to talking through this coloring or just drawing just so quickly because I sped it up a lot more this time. So I then do the antler like so. And then I add in a bit more like work to the antler tip to make it look a bit more natural. Color in the tail and the bottom of the legs like so, all through there. And then I move on to do the back leg shaded in like a darker color to show that it's in the background like that. I then move on to doing the same on the front leg like so, and then color in the hooves like so. And then do I finally remember to, no, I add in the light glint because I can't use my normal shading dividing line, so I use a silvery gray color for the hooves. And so then I add in the back leg. After that, I move on to drawing in the shading lines for the legs, like so. I then move on to doing the smoothing work throughout the first of the 2 Irish elk that I am drawing, like so, and just doing a lot of smoothing work all through here, moving on to the leg, and going through there, and through doing a bit of smoothing work around the hoof, then drawing in the dividing line between the 2 legs, like so, and then adding one to block out the back of the leg, that leg between the belly, that makes more sense, and then doing a bit more smoothing work, like so, smoothing work all through there. It takes me a bit more on this one, probably because it was more free drawn than actually sketched in first, would be my guess, or why there's a lot more tweaks done to it. But I do the dividing line like so, right up through there, and then add the little line that I had before. Do a bit more cleanup work there to make it look a bit nicer because I don't really like how exactly it looks, so it takes me a second to get it to something I'm happy with, like so. And I will mention there are a few tweaks I do after the recording of the Irish Elk, the first one, but those aren't on screen or video, but those will be seen at the end of the video. So I do more smoothing work there, then move on to smoothing out the antlers like so, all through there, and through there, and through there, and up through there, and through there, and then finally looping back around as I finish the back of the last like point I drew in, smoothing out the ear a bit, Adding, no, I don't add anything. Then just smoothing out the back like so, going all through there, and then going through there, and then fixing the back a little bit because I screwed it up a touch. Okay, so after finishing the male Irish elk, I later on do the female Irish elk. So I start off by doing the basic sketch again, starting off with the back leg. And this takes me a bit of time to get right in terms of getting the proportions and just look of it correct because I don't know, the image I was looking at had a weird position, so it took me a while to get it into something that actually made sense based on what I saw. And so after doing that, I then draw in the leg that is in the background, like so, and then go up through there, and then through there, and up through there to do the front leg after doing the belly, and then move on to do the back leg in the front leg in the background. I remember to do it this time. I then draw in the rest of the back and neck and draw in the head. Now this takes me a while to get right, mainly in terms of proportions and distance and stuff. It takes me a good amount of time to actually get something I'm happy with, but I do eventually get something that I'm okay with. I believe that is it right there. And then add in the tail and the ears like so, and do a bit of tweaks to make them a bit more accurate to the reference image I had. I then begin coloring it in, like so, with the same tan color, going through there, like so, all through there, like so, and then I do a tan color for the face and neck, same I did for the, like I did for the first one. However, this one is a lighter tan, mainly because I forgot which one I used initially, and that's the main reason. But we're just gonna say the lighting difference, or maybe slight differences in the coat color. But yeah, that was me screwing up and misremembering which one I used. So yeah, apologize for that. I then begin coloring in the legs, adding in the hooves like so, and adding in the dividing line like that, and then moving on to do the front legs in a very similar manner, like so. I buff up the front hoof a bit because I wasn't happy with how it looked. So then I have to buff up the front leg as well to match it, like so. And then I color in the back leg, and then I move on to do a very similar face marking to what I done the other Irish elk to this one, like so. And then I added my normal electric blue eye, and after doing the nose and mouth, I then begin the smoothing out work, like so, and I go through there and through there and through there, smoothing out the hooves a bit, making them a bit more proportioned correctly or just look good in general. I then do a bit more there, add in the dividing line between the two legs, like so, add in the line there, continue my smoothing out work, fix that area because I didn't like the patch, the lighter patch there, so I fixed it up a bit. Move on through there to do some more smoothing out work again with the hooves to make them look more accurate and correct, like so. Then I go up through there, and then through there, up through there, like so. All up through there, and like that. I then move up to smoothing out the neck area, and then move on to the head, like so, going through there, and then I move on to the ears, adding the dividing line there, like so, and then do a bit more to make it a bit more defined there because it just looked a bit off, so I fixed it a bit. I then move on to doing a bit more smoothing out work throughout the head area, again fixing up a lighter portion that I didn't really like. I then move on to doing the back like so, going all through there and through there, doing a bit more to fix a mistake I made, and then that concludes my 2 drawings of Irish elk. What do you think of my drawings of Irish elk? Let me know in the comments down below. What extinct animals do you want me to draw in the future? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!